Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Ha, Raha, Kwadash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, here at Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four quarters of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today I'll be coming out with a lesson. Type this lesson is, as we'll say the RFID, and you can put the rest of it on yourself. The RFID and the NWO, Esau's hidden agenda exposed by Yahawashi, because these Edomite deceivers, these Edomite Diablos, they have an agenda, and they think that their agenda will come to fruition. But what they don't understand is it is all a dream. It will never ever come to fruition. But without further ado, I ain't gonna do too much talking. I'm gonna play this little video and I'm gonna bring out scriptures.
Cash is becoming weeded out. Cash will most likely be eliminated or extremely difficult to use in many situations, so that you'll have to use the global currency or the electronic currency.
Even though a physical global currency is yet to exist, groups such as BRIC are openly promoting a new reserve currency, which is a conglomerate of Brazil, Russia, Indonesia, and China.
Get everyone in the
And this new currency that they plan to put forth is, how they say, the MOTB. That is going to be the new currency, or i.e. the new monetary system. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this new monetary system, they're going to try to use a device that is put into the body. This is what they're pushing for. This is what they're trying to do. And it says it's going to cause all people that are rich, people that are famous, people that are poor, people that are not famous, people that are free, people that are locked up, babies, adults, orange, white, yellow, purple, green, blue, whatever color, whatever acronym you want to belong to. This is what they're pushing. And this is going to cause us all to receive that mark, because that's going to be the new system that they have set up or trying to set up. And if you don't have this, we'll say, implantation into the skin or under the skin, you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade. You basically will not be able to function in society as you have normally functioned. And that's what they're pushing for. This is their agenda. And also, this video, courtesy of the brother Athanyala of this camp, he put it in our group chat, and I watched it, and the Most High gave me the okay. So this is a very this is a video, and it's very based in truth. And this is really what is being pushed for. They are fighting to get this done. And the Lord will allow them, to a degree, to achieve at least this much of it, having people take the implant. But let's continue.
whole world using one currency. which some people think that's a good idea.
Russian President Dmitry Medvedev recently showed off a sample coin of the new world currency at the G8 in July of 2009.
We have also agreed today additional resources of $1 trillion that are available to the world economy through the International Monetary Fund and other institutions. This includes 250 billions from special drawing rights, the reserve currency of the IMF, drawing rights that will be issued to countries who are part of the International Monetary Fund. I think a new world order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation.
The head of the European Union is also calling for global government.
2009 is also the first year of global governance, with the establishment of the G20 in the middle of the financial crisis.
Gordon Brown has called for a world constitution.
We now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Both Gordon Brown.
You see what they're going for. You see what they're pushing. Revelations 13, chapter 13, verses 16 and 17 will come to pass. And those who are not of the hopeful elect of Yahawashi will fall victim to this. They will fall victim to the system, and in that will be destroyed. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Who or what is the mystery of iniquity? The tabernacles of Edom. The ones who are pushing for this global one world currency. And it says, only he who let. Right now, who is the one that is letting? Yahawashi is the one that is letting. Yahawah. He is letting these things happen because it is prophesied to happen. It will happen because he said so. Because the Lord said so. Going with Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go to it real quick. The Lord said these things would happen, so guess what? They are going to happen. This is prophecy. Yes. Isaiah 55 and verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. The Lord spoke about this. The Lord prophesied. He said before that these things would happen, that Esau would push for a supposed new order that he is trying to establish over the whole world. The Lord spoke of those that he will cause all over the whole world, according to Revelation 13, rich and poor, great, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And if you don't have this implantation or this MOTB, you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade or function in society. The Lord spoke these words. And according to Isaiah, the words of the Lord that goeth out of his mouth, it's not going to return unto him void. Meaning it's going to accomplish that which he pleases. It's going to happen. Let's continue. Verse 8 of back at 2 Thessalonians, verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahawashi shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So the wicked is going to be revealed. The Lord is revealing who the wicked is. The mystery of iniquity that's already working. And it says, and the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, meaning this truth comes out and exposes them and it consumes them. That's why they're in such a rush to push their new supposed new order that they're trying to establish over the whole world. But it says the Lord is going to what? Shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Eventually Yahawashi is going to come back and he's going to destroy this whole thing that the tabernacles of Edom are trying to set up, that they're trying to push forth. The Lord is going to get rid of their whole new world order, and a real new world order is going to be established. What? In righteousness, in truth. But continuing, and it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, Esau, with all power and signs and lying wonders, his all his technology, all the inventions and different things like that, with all power and what, and lying wonders, coming up with all kind of things to say, all kind of useless idle banter, deceiving the people, lying words. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved, 2/3 of our people. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, and they should believe a lie. So this devil, this demon, is coming with all what? Deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. For 2/3 of our people, they're going to perish, and these other nations out of here too, they're going to perish right along with it. This destruction that the Lord is going to bring. Because why? For 2/3 of our people, because what? They did not receive the love of truth. They did not believe the words of Yahawah, that they might be saved. So because they don't receive the truth, the Lord is going to make them believe that lie when Esau come pushing his implantation into the body. When he come pushing that, he gonna doll it up and make it look all nice. Well, you can do this, you can buy, you can do all of this. He gonna come up with all kind of tomfoolery, and guess what? These people and 2/3 of our people, they're gonna believe that lie. The Lord gonna put that delusion on them for them to believe that lie, so they can take Esau's oath, i.e., hit Esau's mark, and they're gonna believe that lie, and they're gonna be destroyed in that. Continuing.
Brown and Barack Obama had been groomed to be the next Anglo-American spokesman for this New World Order after Bush and Blair stepped down. President Barack Obama has also espoused similar views on globalism. Here he is in Berlin, Germany, in July of 2008, in what media have dubbed his New World Order speech.
Well, there have been extraordinary scenes in Berlin tonight as thousands of people gathered to hear Barack Obama deliver key foreign policy speech on his current European tour. The Democratic presidential hopeful laid out his vision for America's place in a new world order.
In this new world, such dangerous currents have swept along faster than our efforts to contain them. And that is why we cannot afford to be divided. No one nation, no matter how large or powerful, can defeat such challenges alone. In this new century, Americans and Europeans alike will be required to do more, not less. Partnership and cooperation among nations is not a choice. It is the only way, the one way.
You've seen those soldiers. Of course, you know those American soldiers, but there's going to come a time when they're going to implement martial law and shut this place down. And that's when things are going to really heat up. Thus saith Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi.
To protect our common security and advance our common humanity.
They say to protect their common security and their common humanity. They're just trying to push an agenda. They're trying to push their goals. They're trying to play the part of Yahawah, the Heavenly Father. And that's not going to happen. This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for a moment? So know this of old. Has this not been something that's been in play since the time of old? That what? The triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of a hypocrite but for a moment. Anything that has been wicked, that has sprung up in the earth, has not lasted that long. It's short. It's only but for a moment. Of course, you know, in this time, it seems that uh it's been many years, but in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, it's been short. It's just a moment, a few seconds, and it's gone. So the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, meaning it's not gonna last. It's not gonna happen. This supposed order that they're trying to force on the whole world, it's not gonna last. As I was stating, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. It doesn't last that long. Verse 6 of Job chapter 20. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So, just like the tabernacles of Edom or Esau has his excellency, his power, mounts up to the clouds, mounts up to the heavens, his head reach into the clouds, his space stations, his satellites, and all that stuff, yet he's going to perish forever like his own dung. You know, when you go to the bathroom and then you're done, you flush the toilet and it's gone forever. That's how Esau is going to perish. So his order around that he's trying to push around the world, that's going to perish as well. And it says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? It's going to get to a point to where they're going to be like, where them Edomites at that was trying to push they new world order? What happened to them? Esau's gonna fly away like a dream in the vision of the light. Like when you sleep and you have a dream and then you wake up and can't remember it, you can't recall it. That's how Esau's gonna pass away. That's how this supposed order is gonna pass away, because the Lord is gonna destroy it with the brightness of his coming. And the eye which saw him shall see him no more. So all these other nations that saw him, the eyes which shall see him, they're going to see him no more. So this whole thing, this whole hidden agenda is being exposed by Yahawashi, and it's going to fail. It is not going to succeed. Look at what happened to ancient with the Tower of Babel. What happened to that? The Lord said, okay, break it up. And it didn't succeed. The Lord stopped that. And guess what? He's going to stop this one too.
That's why America cannot turn inward. That is why Europe cannot turn inward. America has no better partner than Europe. Now is the time to build new bridges across the globe as strong as the one that binds us across the Atlantic. Now is the time to join together through constant cooperation and strong institutions and shared sacrifice and a global commitment to progress to meet the challenges of the 21st century.
Barack Obama also became the first sitting president to ever become the chair of the Security Council for the United Nations, which only further cites his allegiance to world government. The New World Order will stop at nothing to achieve planetary dominance, whether it be assassination, wars based on lies, and even a phony environmental movement. So it should come as no surprise that they have been tracking, tracing, and databasing our lives for years. Many people are aware that the Bush administration engaged in war.
And there you go. He going into some, saying, everybody in the know knows that they've been doing this for years. They've been doing this for years, tracking people, retinal scans, all kind of things, man. This is all an agenda pushing towards their failure. They call it a order for the new world, but according to Yahawashi, it is a failure and it will not succeed.
wiretaps on American citizens. What they don't understand is that it's come out in court that all the major telecommunications companies have been secretly storing every piece of data received from our phones and our computers and handing them over to the National Security Agency.
You heard about the government secretly listening in on phone conversations without a warrant, but there is evidence that your email is also being tapped. The government has been intercepting most emails as part of its terror.
You can look at that as far as like he keepeth not at home. He all in other places worrying about what's going on. America's all in other places in other countries worrying about what's going on. Doing the same thing here, not respecting anybody's privacy. So there's death and hell. Wherever they go around the four corners of the earth, they cause problems. Esau caused problems.
Surveillance program. That program has been criticized as illegal because it's missing an important ingredient: search warrants. Several years ago, Klein says he came to suspect that AT&T had installed secret computer gear designed to spy on internet traffic.
In the United Kingdom, it has been established there are over 4 million CCTV cameras. That is around one camera for every 14 citizens. Their purpose is not to solve crime, as it takes 1,000 CCTV cameras to solve just one crime. It is to create a tattletale society.
Esau got 14 cameras to one person, but it takes 1,000 of those cameras to solve one crime. So what are they there for? Esau don't mind his business. He want to have eyes and ears everywhere because the Most High sees all and knows all. So he trying to be like the Heavenly Father. He trying to be like Yahawah. He sitteth. As a matter of fact, let me get that precept real quick. All right, let's go back. 2 Thessalonians. Okay, I'm past it. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahawah or God or power, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. That's why Esau got all these cameras and all, and he doing all this spying on people and not respecting rules, laws, and regulations that he put in place. What it is, taking data, gathering data on people, because he want to be as the Most High. He exalted himself above the Most High, as a matter of fact, or anything that is worship, which is Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi, that is worship, so that he sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This is how Esau make himself feel like he's God, because he has cameras and eyes and ears all over the place. Esau ain't doing nothing but playing something, trying to be something he is not.
Which everyone is under constant surveillance by the state and those around them. Your every move in both your home and the outside world is under constant surveillance by a criminal elite who operate above the law. As we are constantly under the microscope, their activities remain in this.
Real quick. Isaiah 29. Verse 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahawah, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? So woe to them. Woe means destruction, judgment. That's what woe means. To them who seek deep to hide their counsel. This is a criminal what? Elite that are operating in the dark, known as the shadow government or the higher ups, whichever terminology you want to use. They're the ones that are hiding in secret. But now, as of late, they've come out into the open, because once upon a time, secrecy was one of their biggest weapons. being behind closed doors. But it says, woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel, because even though they have come out, they're still hiding, because they rely on the masses to be ignorant and to be stupid and to not pay attention. But the men of the Lord, Yahawashi, see what's going on. So what we do, we harp on these videos and these topics, and we do the work of the Lord. But again, Isaiah 29:15, woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahawah, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? See, they think nobody sees and nobody knows. Well, Yahawah, he sees. Yahawashi, he sees. They know. The men of the Lord see and know. So the counsel that they're hiding in the dark, that they think that are not see, that don't see them, or who that don't know, they're exposed by the power and spirit of Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi.
Shadows. Obama extended diplomatic immunity to Interpol with Executive Order 12,425, further empowering criminal behavior within our own government. In the Middle East, endless wars will continue. Under the Obama administration, we have sent tens of thousands of more troops into Afghanistan.
Living in the New World Order, when it's close to completion, for the average citizen, for people like you and me, is going to be essentially slavery. We're never going to be able to get ahead.
He says living in when it's close to completion, right? This is back at Job chapter 20. Let me see. Job chapter 20. I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahawah shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain, and shall rain it, Slakia, upon him while he is eating. So all this pushing to get this order pushed, he is not going to see the rivers. I mean, he's not going to be able to succeed. He is not going to be able to sit down and be like, look what I have achieved. Look what I have done. They're not going to be able to do that. The tabernacles of Edom. They're not going to see the rivers, the floods, and the brooks of honey and butter. That which they labored for, guess what? They're going to have to restore that. They're going to have to give it back. They're going to have to spit it all up. The Lord going to make them vomit up all the riches that they've taken around the four corners of the earth. You know, they're not going to swallow it down. And according to what? To his substance shall the restitution be, and shall not rejoice therein. So what the restitution is, they're going to lose everything because they stole everything by murdering and killing and wars and so forth and so forth and so forth. So they're going to lose everything. Their order will not happen. They're not going to swallow down no riches because they have oppressed the people, the poor, i.e. Israel, violently taken away lands, houses, which they did not build. They're not going to feel quietness in their belly, meaning they're not going to succeed and be able to sit back and relax and be like, look what I have accomplished. They're not going to savor the things that which he desired. This new world order, it's not going to happen. Thus saith Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi. It says, well, there shall none of his meat be left. Nothing of this order, nothing of their power structure, nothing of their goods or anything is going to be left over. The Lord is going to completely destroy it all. Get it out of the way. Get it off the planet. In the fullness of his sufficiency, right when they think they got everything in place and they got everything right and they getting ready to execute, what is the Lord going to do? The Lord is going to destroy them. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, meaning a hard time. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and that's when the Lord will say, okay, you other nations, rise up. And it's going to fail. And what when he is about to fill his belly, right when he think he finna get it, right when they think they finna get their order and get everything set up and implemented, the Lord is going to rain fury and fire and destruction down upon him while they are eating, while they're preparing, still trying to prepare. The Lord is going to say, okay, I'm finna mess this up. I'm finna kill the whole caboodle. Finna destroy the whole shebang. I'm finna stop it. So it's over. The dream is dead. That's all it was ever. It's all it was, a dream. It's never ever going to be a reality. Ever.
We're never going to be able to amass enough wealth, essentially to retire or to do what we want to do in life. We're going to constantly be working for the man. They're creating essentially a two-class system. So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
The New World Order that is currently being built revolves around creating a global technopoly ruled by the elite, in which they dominate and control a severely reduced populace, which they treat as their pets.
Is there a possibility that we have Taliban employees? The commander in the field, I should say the COCOM commander, General Petraeus, has made it a conscious effort to, as part of his coin strategy, to hire local nationals. I can't talk in this forum, nor am I the qualified guy to talk about it, but there is no doubt in my mind, one day you're on one side of the ledger, the other day you may be on the other side of the ledger.
Biometrics have been instituted in both Afghanistan and Iraq, where individuals are subject to fingerprint devices, iris scanners, and electronic databases to screen local residents as well as DNA tests. This includes anyone within the populace of a combat zone.
Someone has to go out there with the biometric registration equipment, take your iris scans, take your scans and get you registered in the system like that.
As scary and tyrannical as these systems seem to be, none may be as dangerous as the implantable RFID microchip. Through various pretenses, including terror, security, and entertainment, the chip has been promoted and integrated into society.
Revelation 13, 16, and 17. And also read Revelation 14, verses 9 and 10, which I will get.
In 2001, following the 9/11 terrorist attacks, the Jacobs family became the first family to be injected with microchips in front of a live television audience.
We have a Florida family who are really pioneers in a brave new world. They have volunteered to be the first ever to have microchip identification devices implanted into their body.
After 9/11, I was really concerned with the security of my family.
In 2004, the FDA approved the use of RFID technology to be implanted into human beings. However, studies dating back to the 1990s show the implantable microchip has been linked to cancer in animals, but this has not slowed the agenda of control. In Barcelona, trendies get chips in order to receive VIP status at the exclusive Baja nightclub. A simple swipe of the arm gets them in without a line, and it pays for their drinks too. The Mexican government also chipped employees for security measures in 2004.
We were interested today to hear that more than 100 law enforcement officials in Mexico are having microchips implanted in their arms. The chips allow a person to be scanned, sort of like a cereal box at the supermarket checkout.
Mexico's Attorney General and 160 of his deputies have had microchips implanted in their arms. It is to provide access, said the Attorney General, to the right people in exclusive areas.
Today, aside from being promoted as a device that can save your life by storing all of your medical information in it, it is being promoted as the next generation tool for video gaming. Sega developer Yu Suzuki plans on developing gaming technology using implantable RFIDs. He states, people that have some sort of chips in their bodies, to be able to keep track of vital signs. So it doesn't have to be a scary thing, but you could put a sensor here. You know, a bit like the Matrix, as he points to his arm. It's not really something only in the future. Some people already have them, chips in their bodies. Suzuki is correct.
And this is very true. This is very true. The men of the Lord have been speaking about this. There's quite a few states here in Babylon already where their employees have taken Esau's oath, i.e., the MOTB.
It has never been easier to order a microchip online and implant it under your skin. Microchips implanted in your hand, arm, or shoulder is just the beginning. Some have already taken implantable brain chips that may enable the blind to see again, the deaf to hear, and much, much more, including the ability to download information directly into the brain and instantly communicate with anyone in the world, creating a worldwide mind.
You see what Esau trying to do. You see what they're trying to do. This is Obadiah 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? How are they searched out? And how are they sought up? Through the power and spirit of Yahawashi. That's how. The Lord is exposing these devils about what they're really trying to do. But nobody seems to be paying attention. But the men of the Lord are going to harp and to do the work as they should, and warn the people, cry loud and spare not.
It's very interesting that the way that the New World Order is going is moving towards a system that is identical to that, whether it's going to be an implantable microchip, an RFID, a thumb scan, whether it's going to be some sort of a tattoo.
Imagine.
Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So there you go. Woe to them that devise iniquity. Woe to those who come up and sit back and figure out how to go contrary or live immorally according to Yahawashi. Woe means destruction. Yet again, woe means destruction because, it's a warning. But it says to what? To those who work iniquity upon their beds. Work evil. This is an evil work. It's iniquity and it's an evil work. And when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They're doing it because it's in the power of their hand to do it. They feel like they got everything. What else could you have? Oh, let's control the populace. Let's continue.
A planet where every human being is required to be chipped at birth. This would be the final tool implemented in a command and control world government system in which the elite rule the masses with total control of their lives.
Once more, Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This will happen.
This is, of course, a terrible predicament for those of us who are convinced that this system is slowly but surely destroying this country and has to be changed. But we can't count on the elected presidents to do it. We can't count on the elected Congress to do it. We somehow have to mobilize the technological resources of the internet to create some kind of new political force in this country.
This is Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawah, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So there you go. Pretty much that simple. If you take Esau's oath, or you take his mark, or you worship or bow down to the image and or the system, whether you take this implant in your hand or in your forehead, you're gonna drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawashi that is poured out without mixture. Meaning the Lord is gonna leave you here and he's gonna melt you. And you're gonna be tormented with brimstone, fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb and the hopeful elect. You gonna burn down here if you take it. The Lord gonna destroy you. He gonna judge you. So if you take Esau's oath, if you want to, it's gonna be over for you. You take the chip, you get fire dipped.
So is there anything else about the ruling class we should know? Politicians, business leaders, and media figures are often portrayed as pillars of morality while they describe themselves as Christian conservatives. Nothing could be further from the truth. In reality, many of the elite are groomed at a young age to take part in occult rituals. Those who attend Yale are indoctrinated into the Order of Skull and Bones, an elite secret society cloaked as a fraternal order.
Yale University is 300 years old this year, and were you to visit its campus, you would see that it still has exotic clubhouses, which look like tombs where Yale's legendary secret societies meet. Their prestige and importance have largely evaporated, but the rituals are still a secret. And so when we heard that some enterprising characters had managed to spy on the famous Skull and Bones Society, we couldn't resist.
Skull and Bones, people say it's a fraternity at Yale University, but it's really a postgraduate organization. So it was founded in 1832, and it's not like a normal fraternity. People don't pledge. These people choose who they want to come. So they do the recruiting. They recruit 15 people every year, people who they see are going to be powerful people in the future. So they're recruited when they're a junior in college. A lot of these people come from really wealthy and influential families because they know that this person has the resources to then elevate them to a position of power that can benefit the club.
The video shows the neophytes, or initiates, kissing a skull, then performing a mock human sacrifice. Horrific screams caught on tape include chants of, "The devil equals death, death equals the devil."
True. Famous alums include Senators John Kerry and John Chafee, to name two, cabinet secretaries such as Averell Harriman, and three presidents, William Taft, George Bush, and George W. Bush, who's been reluctant to talk about Skull and Bones.
Does it still exist? The thing is so secret, I'm not even sure it still exists.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6, once more. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? That's a hid thing. That's one of Esau's hid things. This is a very real society. This is a club, whatever it is. Society, club, group, sector, syndicate, whatever word you want to use. The Lord is seeking these things out. The Lord is making these things known unto the world, unto the public. The Lord is shining light in the darkness so that what? These demons can be exposed. Job chapter 20, verse 17, once more. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to all his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Shalom.